All right, let's talk about something that I think drives every single one of us crazy. You have the perfect plan. You've read the books, you've seen the videos, you know exactly what you need to do to move forward. And yet, nothing. You just don't do it. Today, we are going to talk about that frustrating gap and, more importantly, how to build a bridge right over it.
I mean, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If just having the information was the answer, we would all be in perfect shape, running multi-million-dollar businesses. But we're not. So what is really going on? Why is there this massive canyon between knowing and doing?
And this just hits the nail on the head. See, the problem isn't that you're uninformed. You've got plenty of information. The problem is you're struggling to translate all that theory into real, actual, in-the-world action. So let's make this really, really clear. I'm going to walk you through a quick story, a scenario that I'm willing to bet feels incredibly familiar to just about everyone listening. It's a story that kicks off right as the day begins.
Okay, picture it. The alarm is blaring, and for a split second, your mind is crystal clear. It's filled with all your best intentions. You just know that getting up right now is the key to having a great day. That fire you felt last night, it's still there.
But then reality sets in. The bed is so comfortable. The blankets are warm, and that little voice, that slick negotiator in your head, starts its pitch. And it's so convincing, right? It doesn't call it being lazy, it calls it self-care. It whispers, "You deserve this." And here is the absolute kicker. Staying in bed, it doesn't even feel good. It's not restful. The rest of your day is just tainted. There's this low hum of guilt and anxiety that follows you around. It turns out the stress of not doing the thing is way more exhausting than just doing the thing in the first place.
This is what we're talking about. This is the discipline gap. It's not a real place, of course, but it's an emotional and a mental space. And trust me, living in that gap, that constant state of knowing but not doing, it will drain you of every ounce of energy you have. So how do we get out of this trap? Well, the first step is we have to correctly diagnose what's actually wrong. For years, we've been told it's a willpower problem, right? That we just need more motivation. Well, I'm here to tell you that is completely wrong.
This right here, this reframes everything. Think about it. Motivation is just an emotion. It's like being happy or sad. It comes and goes. It is totally unreliable. You cannot build a successful life on an emotion that might not show up tomorrow. Discipline, on the other hand, that's a system. It's kind of like this. Relying on motivation is like waiting for a perfect sunny day to go outside. It's great when it happens, but what about all the other days? Discipline. Discipline is like owning a really good raincoat. You don't care what the weather's doing, you can go out anyway. We have to stop waiting for sunshine and start building our raincoat. Okay, so this is where we shift gears. We're moving from theory into a hands-on workshop. We've defined the gap, we understand the wrong diagnosis. Now I'm going to give you a 4-step toolkit to build the system that will finally, once and for all, bridge that gap. And here they are, the 4 core pieces of our system. Each one of these tools builds on the last, and they're all designed to do one thing: get your unreliable emotions out of the driver's seat and make doing the right thing almost automatic. So let's grab tool number 1 and get to work. You want to know the biggest energy suck when that alarm goes off? It's not that you're physically tired, it's decision fatigue. Your brain is being slammed with choices. Should I get up? What do I wear? What do I do first? It's overwhelming. The trick is to make all those decisions the night before, when your mind is clear and you're not emotional. And let me tell you, specificity is everything here. I'll work out tomorrow. That's not a plan. That's a vague wish. A disciplined plan, though, it removes all the wiggle room. My clothes are laid out. My shoes are right by the bed. My only job in the morning is to be a robot following a script. There's no thinking aloud. Which brings us perfectly to our second tool. That voice in your head at 7 a.m., it is a terrible business partner. When you're tired and vulnerable, you will always lose the negotiation. You'll always settle for less. And every time you give in, you are training your brain that your promises to yourself are, well, optional. I absolutely love this way of framing it. Think about it. You would never just not show up for a meeting with your boss, right? So why is it okay to blow off a meeting with yourself? You have to start treating your commitments to you with that same level of respect. It is a signed contract, not a suggestion box you can just ignore.
All right, tool number 3. This one might be my favorite just because it's so simple and it works so well. So often we don't start something because the task just feels huge. Build my side hustle sounds like climbing a mountain, so your brain just rejects it. So we're going to lie to our brain a little bit. Here's exactly how you do it. Step 1, pick that one task you've been avoiding. Step 2, set a timer on your phone for just 5 minutes. That's it. 3, start the work. And 4, and this is the magic key, give yourself full 100% guilt-free permission to stop when that timer dings. The psychology behind this is just brilliant. Getting started, overcoming that initial friction, is literally the hardest part of any task. But once you're moving, an object in motion tends to stay in motion. You will almost never actually stop at 5 minutes. And hey, even if you do, you're 5 minutes further than you were before, and you kept your promise. That's a win. And that brings us to our final tool. Now, this is the one that makes all the other changes permanent. This is how we take these individual actions and we weave them into the fabric of who you actually are. Look at the power of this shift. I have to feels like a chore. It feels like a punishment. But I am, well, that feels like an authentic expression of who you are. I have to go to the gym is a drag. I am the kind of person who takes care of their health. Now that's a statement of your values. It's empowering. And honestly, that's the end game here. To get to a point where doing the hard, important thing doesn't feel like a sacrifice anymore. It just feels like you're being you. The action itself becomes proof of who you are. So let's bring this all home. You don't have a knowledge problem, you have a translation problem. All the books, all the podcasts, all the seminars in the world, they mean nothing